This is my disconnect with the black community.
Okay. That's the craziest sentence. This is my disconnect with the black community. Well, preach, brother. Brother Jeff. Whatever happened to? Oh, snap. I'm Vanessa Jackson.
And I'm Jeff Wright.
Yeah. Okay. What did you do? Somebody just taught me how to dap yesterday. You dap? Ready? Yeah. Nobody ever daps me up. They pound me.
Where are you from?
Got him. That's kind of crazy. I'm from Rancho Cucamonga. Did you not know this?
And y'all don't know. I know. I just wanted you to say it.
Rancho Cucamonga.
And they don't dap you up.
No, okay, first of all,
don't
come for my people.
No.
They dap. Nobody daps me. It's a me problem. It's not a them problem. I feel like girls don't get dapped up.
Wait, no one's dapped?
Do you dap women?
I dap up. First of all, me and my boy Mac, when we leave a room, no matter if it's a room full of women or men, we be like, all right, y'all boys. So of course we would dap up.
You've never once said that to me.
I've never left you in a room. It was never a room full of women. It was just you.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to say, all right, y'all boys, to just you.
You say that to women too? Why?
Hey, all right, y'all boys, I'm out.
What? Who are you?
All right, y'all boys.
What? How do you say it? All right, y'all boys?
Yeah, it's a southern thing. All right, y'all boys. Y'all be
I don't think it's a southern thing. I think it's a youth thing.
Nah, all right, y'all
Wait,
boys.
are you from the South? You're from Florida.
Which is where?
Is that the South? It is the South. I sound mad.
Don't worry, we'll cut that out.
No, let's own it. Let's own it.
She said, you're from Florida. Is that the...
I guess that is, that's the South.
It depends where in Florida. Some Florida isn't the South.
Yeah, I think of it more as an extension of America.
Florida?
Yeah.
It's like Puerto Rico?
Yeah, but you're not from the Florida man areas.
I mean, Florida man is inescapable.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well that's deep. What?
Did you see Miami Beach released a commercial telling people don't come for spring break?
No, why?
Yes.
Miami?
Why? They were like, yo, y'all come, y'all do this buffoonery, leave that, don't even. They were like, if you come, parking will be $100. We are gonna be doing checkpoint zones for drunk drivers. Like, they were like, please don't come. And I, as a Floridian, am here to say, don't come. Take that shit to Atlanta. Do that shit somewhere else.
Wait, but why now? Because I feel like people have been going to...
Oh, yeah, no, now we've had enough. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And, why would you want to come to Florida? You spend all year talking shit about the place, the people, which is the governor. I'm not mad at that one either. But, you make fun of all that and then you want to participate.
That is the culture of America, though, isn't it? To make fun of everything and then be like,
all right, so what time we going?
Yeah, see you there. That's basically what 4th of July has become. Everybody spends all year being like, America's trash and it's not what it used to be. And then 4th of July, we're like, see you at the barbecue.
Bless America.
Yes, fireworks, people and Patriot.
I don't think black people do that. I think black people are still like.
Wow, you're gonna paint us all with a wide brush.
I'm a picture with a Twitter brush. Where it goes every we're like black America's this, America's that, and then on July 4th, people are like, hey, this ain't our independence. Right?
I know.
We weren't free. At this time, and then it's always some black man like, hey, come on, man, I'm just trying to barbecue.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Is we celebrate. I feel like I've been to the best barbecues, cookouts on July 4th. It's just America is not talked about. Nobody's wearing patriotic clothes. We're just acknowledging that there's a day off and we're gonna celebrate.
I don't like barbecue.
Why?
This is my disconnect with the black community.
Okay. That's the craziest sentence. This is my disconnect with the black community. Well, preach, brother. Brother Jeff, I forgot your last name for a second. Brother Wright, preach. What's your disconnect with the black?
Yes, Sister Jackson.
Sister Jackson.
I don't fuck with barbecue.
Why?
Make that shit on the stove and in the oven. It's way better.
Did you just say?
Yeah.
Make it on the stove?
On the stove.
Why don't you like barbecue?
You eat 90% from a grill or stove. Or air fryer or oven.
What?
Most of your food is made that way.
Okay.
To make it on a grill outside with next to like other people, you eating cafeteria food for fun on July 4th.
Okay.
I'm not a fan. I'd rather you make it in the kitchen like a normal person, right?
Okay.
There. Then black eyed peas. I don't know why. I don't know what. I don't know where. But I don't want any part of it. That is
you know what?
terrible.
I want you to know before I say this.
Black eyed peas are so bad that now I hate the group.
Wow. Honestly, terrible group. That's a conversation for another day.
I honestly like their music.
I don't.
But I don't like.
After they sang "I Got a Feeling," I said, "I got a feeling that this should be the end for you guys." I got a feeling. I got a feeling this band.
And they let you finish. Let's live it.
I got a.
And it's like,
no. Here's the thing. I will go off at a wedding. If you see me at a wedding and that song is playing, I will go off.
That we'll have a ball. Like,
but I'll roll my eyes first. It's like there's a couple songs that remind me of like.
Or let's get it started. I'm old enough to remember when they used the other word, and it was in Florida, so we was singing the R word hard.
You know what's crazy?
Let's get it started.
I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's where I grew up. I don't know if it's my family. For some reason, have only ever heard radio edits of songs, and it's not until like my adult life that I
learned.
I didn't know that's what that song said. I didn't know Drake "Best I Ever Had." I literally thought it said the whole song. I would sing "You the best, you the best."
I'm not gonna lie, that's true. Or T.I. song, "What You Know About That?" When he goes with a loaded A-O. Turns out it was a loaded 4-4.
Oh.
But I like it better with an A-O. Like, that is so much better.
That's so interesting.
So, like, me and Mac, we were, like, same dude that goes, all right, y'all boys.
Yeah.
We would, like, run and listen to music. And one time we was running and listening to that.
Yeah.
And then he was, like, with a loaded 4-4. And we was like, hold on. We stopped running. We said, hold on. What is this?
That is weird when you hear the...
No. Don't cuss.
You're like, I'm sorry, come again? Sometimes the radio edit, though, is better. Like, you remember that song Billionaire that was on the...
I want to be a billionaire.
Yes, that was on the radio for like a year straight, and then they never played it again, which I love it. But yeah, that one, I want to be a billionaire so freaking bad, but it's not friggin'. Right? You know what song actually? Here's the song.
No. We're not. We're staying right here.
Yeah.
Put that bitch in park. You think frickin' was better than fucking bad? You think that was the song was worse because
the worst part is I said that with my whole chest too.
Oh my god! I was legit waiting for maybe there's an AO or something. Maybe they yell or something.
And that's the Christian girl in me coming out. Oh man! And I really meant it. And I do. I stand beside that. So friggin' bad.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah, it's so good.
My thing is a cuss word not a cuss word if you know what you're saying and you're purposefully saying a different word instead?
Oh. It depends on the song and what they're using it for, I think.
Alright.
Like friggin' is like, okay, that's interchangeable. But like there's some songs, what's that song? You remember this song with Nick Jonas, Jealous? Mm-hmm. That goes,
you're so sexy. Oh.
Yeah, you're so
sexy, beautiful,
and everybody wants your
taste or something.
Yeah, but I think the actual version is everybody wants your sex, which is crazy.
That's
crazy.
I don't think that's it.
That's it.
That's not it. And everyone wants your sex.
Everybody wants your...
Wow.
Everyone wants your sex. I will prove it.
That's
what if it's
crazy.
not? What if only I've been singing it that way?
Everyone wants your sex.
Yeah, which feels like another... Those Were Boys Grew Up Christian too, and it feels like a thing that maybe he did.
Wow. It's called Jealous?
Yeah, Jealous.
I have the lyrics right here.
Okay, but hold on. I'm going to Google dirty version.
Because you're too sexy, beautiful. Everybody wants a taste.
No, wait, hold on.
That's why
No, I'm not going to let myself go down like this. Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
You
made that
hold
so
on.
nasty.
No, hold on.
I have the explicit version right
Wait,
here.
the explicit version?
I mean, there is no.
Wait, where's the version with that one girl? There's a girl. He does a remix with a girl. Hold on, Tinashe. I swear, I'm not crazy. Hold on. Oh no. No, was I wrong? Okay, there we
go. You a little freak.
No.
Oh, I got you.
Yes. Thank you. But he wants your sex. That's what I told you. I was
I will not gaslight you.
Thank you.
You were right.
I would have had to leave.
But that's a nasty lyric to write.
Isn't that nasty?
Everybody wants your sex.
I always think lyrics
like,
are
I don't
nasty.
have a sex to give.
Yes.
That is a nasty lyric.
I always think they're nasty when I think about, like, if somebody came up to you. And
that
was like, hey, just so you want to know, I want your sex.
A Christian wrote that.
And they did. They did have purity rings for a while. So I think maybe he wrote that when he had he was like, this is what people say, right? Everybody wants your sex? Yeah?
How many sex do you have? Too good. Like, that is, I only have a finite amount of sex.
And somebody was in the recording booth like, just let him have it. Don't even mess with it.
Just put it out.
Yeah, just put it out.
They'll understand. I mean, it's like when Future mumbles.
Yes.
It's like,
yeah.
They just let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other radio. Wasn't there, yeah, those are the ones that I can think of off the top.
Well, should we do our what happened to?
Whatever happened to this week. Whatever
week.
Happened to
social media. Social media.
Whatever happened to social media? Okay, so
Is it dying? First of all?
That's a good... Okay. Here's the thing. Everybody tries to lump in social media over an umbrella. I don't think it's dying, but I don't think it's social anymore. I don't think... You know what I mean? Like, it used to be when it first...
I am going to disagree.
Why? Well, let me explain.
What is social to you?
See, exactly. So when it first started, you remember like AIM? I consider AIM like AOL instant messaging.
What you talking about? Right?
AIM? Oh, because you were a loser though. You never chatted on instant messenger?
How old were you? Talking to strangers.
Jeff is a year younger than me, and he acts like he grew up in a different generation than I did.
Y'all was aiming?
AOL Instant Messenger. Everybody will know what I'm talking about.
Y'all ain't had no BlackBerry or nothing?
BlackBerry?
Y'all ain't had no... Y'all couldn't text?
What?
AIM for?
Stop making it sound like I grew up in 1949. That's crazy.
You was using Yahoo?
Like, you didn't chat with your friends online?
No.
Okay, MySpace, is that better?
MySpace is better.
MySpace, okay.
But, unfortunately, when I got on MySpace, everybody was like, we're going to Facebook now.
Did you? Oh. Did you ever see the movie?
I've only made a wall for like 2 seconds. I've made like 300 friends.
Did you ever see the movie Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray?
When she worked at a diner?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and remember, she was like, hi, Princeton boy, it's me. Whatever, those messages she used to send to him. That was AOL instant messaging.
I thought she was texting
on her
computer.
Stop! Some of it was text, some of it was AOL instant messenger. Don't you make me seem a million, Jeffrey.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to ruin your point.
When it was MySpace, I'll include all those together. Even Facebook, it was about like social, like connecting, like, oh, what's my friend been up to? Oh, here's that girl that I went to elementary school with. No. Oh, what?
No, keep going, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's what I used it for when I first got on there. Like, let me post pictures on my friends' walls. What were you using it for? Were you like catfishing 50-year-old women?
No.
Wholesome.
Why?
That was the social. Even Instagram was like, let me post what I'm eating for lunch. Let me tweet out where... Twitter was the worst when it first began. You remember when people were just using it to like tell you where they were in the world? The bathroom.
Twitter is an adult app. We didn't use that growing up.
Well, yeah, okay, first of all, we grew up in different centuries, apparently.
I feel like old people were using Twitter.
They were, and it was like, hi.
Get on there. Read the pictures. Were you allowed to post pictures back then?
What? Wait, how old are you?
I feel like only Joe Budden was using
Yes.
Twitter at the
time. That is true. So and I was looking for Joe Biden.
Were we gonna talk to Joe Biden? We were not.
Your girl was trying.
I'm a boy. I don't want to talk to Joe Biden. Anyways, what we were using Twitter and MySpace for was either to get the most followers you can get or friends you can have because you want to be popular.
Okay.
You were watching a fight video and commenting on it, bringing it to school, bringing it back to social. That's what we were doing. We were commenting on that. We were roasting outfits.
Of other people who went to your school?
Yes. You see an outfit.
Oh,
you
this
posted
is
a picture.
the difference. You were a bully in high school.
No. I wasn't roasting. We were roasting. It was everyone.
Oh, so if everybody did it, it was fine.
Not, yeah.
I wasn't bullying. We were bullies.
It's almost like January 6th. If everyone goes to the Capitol, it's okay, apparently.
If you're in the group
one
chat.
person goes to the Capitol,
okay.
good.
You're like, what's wrong with Charles?
Yeah.
But if all of you, because you know there was a lot of Charles.
I think people that went to January 6th are like people who had COVID. You never got caught?
Yes.
I still didn't get caught. They ain't get me.
They ain't get me.
But
they ain't get me.
But yeah, that's how we were talking about our outfits. We were taking pictures together and like you were talking to girls and trying to shoot your shot, but like it wasn't wholesome. Like I'm trying to talk to them. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm not about to chat with you for 3 hours here. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
We lived different lives.
I had things to do.
Oh, weird. I was on people's walls like, hey girl, remember that time that we laughed today? That was so funny.
Word? Yeah. I'm trying to put the best music on my profile and
oh, got it. I wasn't really on MySpace.
Yeah, I was trying to...
Can I tell you though, I wasn't allowed to be on MySpace, so I created one. Against my mother's better judgment, and there was that thing. Do you remember when MySpace first happened? People thought it was like fun to be like, I'm 107 or whatever. I think it was actually because we weren't allowed to be on there till we were 18. But anyways, I put on there. I aged myself up, but now I know it was like a realistic age. I put like 55 or something, but then I put in parentheses, but so much younger. And I got a random message from a man that said, how much younger is younger? And I said, and I'm off MySpace. Mom, I get why you didn't want me on there.
At least you had the wherewithal to exit.
Right, because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, he probably wasn't a pedophile. He's probably just a grown man looking for an adult woman. He was probably a pedophile for sure. He was for sure a pedophile.
The people that fall for that shit is crazy to me.
The kids?
Like, yeah. Like, unless... it's gonna sound fucked up.
It's gonna be.
Unless you, like, go in with greedy intentions, which I totally understand.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, the kids that get into a van because they want candy, I get that. You're greedy.
The kids are greedy.
You hungry bastard. That's why they took you. You know what I mean? Like if they promised you money or something like that, I get it. You're poor or something, and you need them to. I get that. That makes so much sense.
You're trying to take care of your family.
Right. You're trying to come up.
Yeah.
I respect that. You know,
you want a deal.
But if a conversation got your little fast ass out of there, nah, I ain't jacking. I ain't jacking with that.
I understand it the opposite way around. I feel like I would never be the kind. I'm like, candy? No. But if they were like, hey, you're really smart, I'd be like, aren't I? Absolutely.
I'm more superficial. You are the fastest kid in your school. Yeah, keep it moving, Buster.
Keep it pushing. A van? No, thank you.
We got Snickers in here. Well, why didn't you lead with that? Where is that? Where the Snickers? Hey, why'd you close the door?
They would get you with the Snickers bar.
I'm not gonna lie. With a Snickers bar, you can get me right now.
No, my parents would have to be on the news being like, there was an intricate amount of letters sent back and forth for years. It turns out he was a man in jail. She didn't know. Your mom would have to be like, here's a video of my son going in the car for a Snickers bar.
Okay, they would have got me.
Wow, that's great. We were two very different types of kids, and I'm glad that we're both on opposite sides of the spectrum. Yeah. Although, do you remember those commercials? Because they stuck with me for a lifetime. Do you remember those like stranger danger commercials when we were growing up? The ones about like, it would be like, oh, a kid is like chatting AIM online and is like, hi, how are you, Susan? And like, oh, it's great, I'm doing well. Oh, I'm excited to see you tomorrow. Yeah, meet me at the mall at 4 p.m. And then it would flash to like a dark room with a guy sitting behind a computer screen and be like, I'll see you at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And then it would be like, stranger danger.
That's crazy.
Do you remember those commercials? Those have stuck with me for life.
I think that's how, I don't know. I think I grew up a certain time. Well, my parents were kind of sheltered. They kind of made me sheltered, so I never worried about that because I already knew. I was more afraid of getting in trouble with my parents if I got kidnapped than getting kidnapped.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I fell for it. They gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Not that this guy's gonna kill me.
Because my parents are.
When I get home, I'm like, excuse me, sir. I know you're thinking about trying to get my booty hole, please. That's fine. But my parents are gonna really get upset if you don't let me out right now.
Yes, I do think that's a classically black parent thing, that because I do too. I'm like, I'm more afraid of what my dad's gonna do to you than what you gonna do to me. I'll tell you right
I'm
now.
more afraid of what my dad gonna do to me than what you gonna do to me.
That's fair. You're like, wait a second.
My dad gonna yell at me.
That is
Did I tell you don't get it no van? I know. He said Snickers. You would have went too.
You would have done it. For a Snickers?
You had to come home, man.
You know the stranger danger campaign actually hurt our childhood? Allegedly, that's what I heard.
You know how dumb of a society we have to have commercials to tell us not to do dumb shit.
Yeah.
That is how dumb we
Well,
are.
that was in our generation. They used to love PSAs, things like that. Well, because apparently if you're going to get kidnapped, it's not going to be from a stranger. It's most likely going to be from somebody you know. So stranger danger doesn't work. Because it's the guy next door.
You don't know him though. He's just next door.
No, but somebody who you're familiar with is more likely to get you. Well, but you just don't like people.
That don't count to be proximity.
Don't like
You're right
people.
though. I think you are. But damn, that's kind of interesting. Kidnappers are taking people they know. That's lazy.
Yeah. No, it's not lazy. You gotta play the long game.
You've thought about this?
Yeah. I've plotted a few things. I'm on the chin. No, I'm just kidding. What if I did? What if I was like, well, if you think about it, right? So, if I want to message somebody, here's what I'm gonna do first. You gotta really get to know the kid.
Yeah.
Coach a t-ball team. Anyway. That's so dark.
Cut orange slices.
You gotta get orange slices. It's really a whole system. It's really an investment in time. You gotta give it up to the kidnappers who are just snatch and grab.
Those are the real ones.
Those are the real ones.
You know how much fear comes.
They're
plan?
Emotional investment.
Oh my God.
No.
Technically, if they were a kidnapper brag off or a Hall of Fame, the one that snatch and grab, they gotta be top tier.
Oh, 100%.
First ballot. You know, when I was doing it, there was no cameras at the time, but there'd be people on the street. You never know who you grab.
You never know.
I usually go for I tried to go with the unethic ones, you know what I'm saying?
That is crazy.
Because they got a little more privilege. They're not going to yell nothing out loud.
They got more privilege. That was a thing, though, that I stopped worrying about in college because I was always afraid, serial killers or whatever. But most serial killers, it's actually a statistic, they go within their race. It's very rare for a serial killer to go outside their race. And most of them are actually white men. So, the percentage of me being a serial killer. I could be randomly killed, but not a serial killer. Serial killer is as what?
Would that take away 2% of your college year? Would that quail?
I can check that one off. Not gonna be serial killed.
She gets kidnapped. She's like, well, I know you don't want to seriously do this.
I know I'm the only one.
When you do that. Which brings me some sort of comfort.
This is a first kill, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
That's so crazy.
Okay, but when we were first on social.
Yeah, when we were first on social media, it was just different because we were talking about how shame isn't a thing anymore because we got beat into our heads. If you take a picture with a red Solo cup, you will lose your life. Okay,
right. All your future is gone.
Yes, your future is gone.
Right.
Any college parties, if it's posted, if they see it, it's done. Anything. Also, it was keep your accounts private, but also there's ways that they can get in the accounts to see them. Recruiters are looking for you, and now people
Can you write in cursive?
Yeah, people just be posting their whole business. It's crazy.
I think what happened was people saw the benefit of social outrage versus doing it the right way, quote unquote. Popularity has garnered so much that you would forfeit integrity for popularity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, deep.
Because, like, if you think about it, there is no more shame in Kim Kardashian. Which I'm not saying there should be.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when there was, it would prohibit people from doing something such in that vein, right? Now, I think Kim walked, so she sat, so a lot of people could walk. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, don't just say Kim Kardashian. Paris Hilton walked so Kim could run, and Kim ran. So a lot of these people could
fly.
So OnlyFans could fly.
She ran so OnlyFans could fly. But what I mean by that is, if there's no, like, if you can do that and still become a billionaire, and not even about the money aspect of it, but still be like on late night talk show, still be like socially admired, even though Kanye West was a large part of the image that, you know what I'm saying, that took her to another level. Just like Beyonce was the thing that took Jay-Z to another level image-wise. Not saying that one is right or wrong. All I'm saying is, once an image of that shame is wiped away, it kind of gives latitude to a lesser degree for someone to be like, I just showed a little bit online. It's like, like slut shaming is still prominent, but at the same time, there's a large population of people who are admired for.
Yes, well, like, the benefits outweighed any of the sort of negative.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I can post a crazy story about, like, a romantic encounter I had and get 100 million followers in brand dealerships, then I actually don't need the job that would fire me if they saw that anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
I just have a mom, a grandma, who are very much into my integrity.
Yes, 100. Yeah, my mom's gonna give me a call real quick.
Yeah, my grandma don't like that I got earrings.
Yeah. Oh, really?
She was like, "Oh, you don't think you're cute?"
Interesting.
What does that have to do? I don't, but still, no, just like. But yeah, no, she
didn't like the studs.
She don't like the studs.
Interesting.
She didn't tell me not to do them. She just was like,
yeah,
you were cute before you had them.
Is there anything you worry about, like things you won't share online?
I don't like to say the N-word online.
Oh, how come?
Because I don't. It's not that I give people permission to say it. But it's like, I don't want to feed into whatever notion you have about black people. I don't want to add to it at all.
Oh, that's good.
I don't want to dispel or I just don't want to. I just wish we were all seen as just normal people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yes. So, like, I won't eat watermelon at the airport lounge.
The amount of, maybe it's just I think it's a black man thing. I know a few black men who have told me, so there's certain specific things they won't do because they don't, like, I knew a guy who's like, I refuse to publicly eat fried chicken. You are not going to get me on camera, you're not going to get me on whatever, but you don't eat watermelon?
Mac is the first person I've seen eat chicken.
Who's Mac?
My brother.
Hey, Mac.
He's alright, relax. What if I joined you? That's comedy right there. It's comedy right there. He's the first person I've seen eat chicken with a fork and knife. Like
really? Wait, because of that reason?
No, he just eats chicken with a fork and knife.
Oh, is he like on a drumstick? Interesting. Why?
I don't know, but I eat fried chicken. But if I did it outside, it'd be with a fork and knife. Yeah. Or I'd rip it and not eat it like on the bone. I'd rip it and eat it like.
I respect that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look what y'all did.
I would do the same.
Anyways, is there anything that you would want to post but don't because, or anything that you just don't because? And I'll still say nigga online, by the way. I'll still do it.
There we go.
I'll think about it.
You just did it right now. I think I am fine with anything as long as I'm in control of it. The thing I don't like is the gotcha stuff. I've had sometimes people are like, we're going to do a whole podcast where you spill all of your deepest, darkest, and you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm actually good. But, like, if I'm talking about it, or, like, I purposely want to do a story, it's not really, not a ton is off limits. But yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want to be in control of what you share.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But I'm just classically not even my stand-up. I don't do any of the, like...
Yeah. What do you think was the turning point of social media and shame, of it?
Oh, I think it just got away from us. I think it's just like there was so much social media that it's impossible to control. Like even if you're a job recruiter right now, right? And you're like, I want to make sure that you guys aren't posting parties, but there's so many different types of platforms. There's just too much to even go through. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to go through people's podcasts, you got to go through people's LinkedIn, through people's Instagrams. Through, like I'm sure you can do it, and if it's obviously like a high enough job, like you're working in government or whatever, then clearly they're gonna do it. But I just think it's like. It just got to a point where it's like, yeah, people are having social media now from the time they're like, 3 years old. You know what I mean? It's impossible.
Following my 3-year-old.
Yes, and it's like, can you not give somebody a job at 35 because they posted this thing they did at 21? You know, it's
Absolutely.
like I think there's just too.
Absolutely, you getting fired, Buckaroo?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to apply.
Yeah.
Remember this tweet?
I don't think all of it's bad though. I do think it goes a little too far. Like I was going to tell you about this TikTok that I saw of this girl, right? Mm-hmm. She was talking about, because you know when people stitch TikToks and it was like, somebody stitched like, what's the craziest thing you ever did for love? And this girl says, okay, she goes, what I did was I was really liked one of my guy best friends, but he was already in a relationship with a girl. So I got on a bunch of dating apps and made an account pretending to be this girl and was trying to find and like go after any of his friends that I saw. So then his friends hit him up and was like, yo, your girlfriend's online dating. He confronted the girlfriend and the girlfriend was like, obviously like that's not me or whatever. He broke up with her. Then got with the friend who had created the fake catfish account.
Wow.
She never told him.
Wow. And
then she ended up breaking up with him anyways. And I was like, everybody in the comments and stuff was like, girl, this one should have stayed in, it should have stayed in your brain. That's not even like, that's a crazy thing to do. And not only a crazy thing to do, a crazy thing to get on the internet and be like, hey internet, so I'm a psychopath.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. That is nuts. Like that, honestly,
it's nuts.
That is like
people are really sharing their like crazy things. Where like and
when they do a roll call or like when dudes be like, man, these bitches be crazy. I know some women have to go.
I
know some not women, but some women have to go. Not me.
Some men too.
Yeah,
gotta be like, listen.
I saw something online. It was this woman posted this tweet that said, one time I had sex with this dude, and I think one time she had sex with this dude, and she swallowed his semen, right? And her stomach hurt for like 2 days, so she went to the doctor. And she said she didn't have the heart to tell the doctor why her stomach hurt or what she did, right? And then someone quote tweeted and it was like, you couldn't tell your doctor, but you could tell us.
For real though.
What the fuck?
I tell my doctor everything. Listen, this is quote secrecy. That is crazy when people are like, I do love when people tell secrets to the internet that they haven't told anybody else, where they're like, guys, I've been holding this in forever. My father had an affair, and you're like, why would you hold
that in? You gotta keep that shit in.
Why would you got? There's some things that you should just sometimes it should die with you.
You gotta keep that. You know what I'm saying?
If
you lie to the police, to the government, don't come tell the truth to the internet.
Don't do it.
Like if you get in a car accident and it was your fault, but you denied it the whole time, deny it online too.
Deny it online.
You gotta stay consistent.
That is my favorite thing, is people who refuse to tell the truth even when they're caught. That's why I love that show Catfish.
That's funny.
I loved when they would show up to somebody's house and be like, so you said you were a 23-year-old girl and you were actually a 50-year-old man in Milwaukee with a family of 4. And they would like call the phone and the phone would ring and they'd be like, I don't know where that came from.
No, do me.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you said.
So you said you were actually a 25-year-old hairstylist, and I showed up now, and you are a 67-year-old grandfather of 3 with a wife.
Yep.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I say sometimes I think about hairstyling.
That's actually the sadder ones to me, is when they
Why would you pick that for my example? What the fuck was that? Why would you pick a 65-year-old man that's lonely? I just needed a friend.
The saddest part is you actually made me sad with your response. You're such an actor because I got sad for a second too. I was like, but some of them are so lonely on that show, and that hurts more than lying. It hurts when they're like, did you catfish? And they're like, yeah, I just needed somebody to talk to. And you're like, what?
I thought about doing this sometime.
Oh my gosh.
That is crazy.
Is that show still on? What a show.
Catfish?
Yeah.
That's the worst show ever.
How do people, I just don't, here's the thing.
You know, I'm less sad or less upset at the show existing than the people agreeing to be exposed on it.
The people agreeing to be exposed.
Like, if I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever been catfished, but if I have, I never did.
You're never gonna hear that, and I don't know if that's good or bad about me, but you would never hear that story ever.
Why are we yelling our losses publicly?
Yeah.
What happened to whispering your losses?
Just whispering, or don't tell anybody. There's some you can just take an L. I mean, you got to tell your friend group because
you gotta tell the boys.
That would be a funny comment because you're always like, oh my gosh, he's so cute, whatever. It would be hilarious to have to go to your girls and be like, yeah, so he is real. He not who he said he was.
So he not real.
So he not the guy that I wanted. Damn. He not real.
Damn. Turns out he was using pictures of his cousin.
I know, that's always the worst. Is when that one kind of scares me. Is when people are using not even like fake model photos, but like photos of somebody they know. I'm like, that's a little dark.
Nah, I'd rather use fake model photos.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's what I mean.
I knew I wasn't talking to Michael B. Jordan. That shit crazy. That
was a hilarious. You ever see the episode of Catfish where she thought she was talking to Bow Wow?
That was funny. That was a funny episode.
Oh, that was so hilarious.
Honestly, some of y'all actors, that can't be real.
Kind of feels like it was a premonition for Bow Wow though, because remember when he lied on himself?
I don't think he did anything wrong.
Okay, well, you know what? You got to keep up appearances, and
That's
I get
all
that.
I'm saying.
You know what? I kind of respect.
That's all I'm saying. First of all, Boward is a legend. And
Boward. Shad Moss.
That's his full name.
Shad Moss.
Who's Shad Moss?
That's his real name, and I know that because I used to be obsessed with Bow Wow. Loved that man.
Damn,
loved him. Real. What? Were you not into Bow Wow?
Okay. I wasn't obsessed with Bow Wow.
You weren't obsessed? I feel like Bow Wow would have been. I feel like I imagined.
Was he around when I was like 8, 7?
Yeah, you watched him like
I was trying to be
He's
the fastest.
older than me. I want to be clear. Bow Wow is older than me.
I was trying to be the fastest kid in my class. I wasn't worried about no Bow Wow.
And how did that work out for you?
I got up close. I got close.
I got up close.
I got like top two.
Okay, so shame in social media. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I want to talk about celebrities on Instagram Live. My favorite thing. Did you see the thing with Tiffany Haddish recently?
What she said, I'm going to Israel.
I'm going to Israel.
Up close.
Sister Tiffany, I wish you nothing but peace and love and happiness. I hope she's well. I just love when celebrities need to bring back shame on social media. I do love. I will say though, I love when a celebrity goes live on Instagram because you always know it's going to be drama. You remember when Vanessa Hudgens? I'm sorry, I bring this up so often because it's the thing. It's my Roman Empire. When the pandemic happened and they canceled Coachella and she got on Instagram Live and was like, listen, I get, what did she say? Some people are going to have to die, but it's inevitable. It's like, it was something really crazy about elderly people. She's like, we're going to lose some people, but it's inevitable.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
Or not funny, but she's not all the way wrong.
She wasn't all the way wrong. It was the wrong time to say it, for sure.
I think when something, you shouldn't get in trouble for saying something insensitive.
Oh, what do you mean?
Because if it's insensitive, that don't sound like it was wrong. It just sounds like it hurt your feelings.
That's an interesting thought process.
Like, I'm only hurt. Like, honestly, if I lost someone during COVID, I'd be upset. But at the same time, she not wrong. It does not negate what she said. I think it's like, who the fuck are you to want to have fun when people are dying? And at the same time, it's like, who the fuck am I to not want her to have fun while people are dying? I'm not defending Vanessa Hudgens. All I'm saying is, she wasn't wrong. She just wasn't. It wasn't a nice thing to say. But who the fuck gotta be not? Who is old niceness?
Who is it? Wow. I do think there is something.
I'm speaking for myself. I think y'all deserve niceness. Y'all deserve to be comforted and cuddled. You know what I'm saying? I support that. As far as me, that like me and my brother, we were like, we like our entertainment a specific way. Like when the whole Kevin Hart thing came about, which one.
I know, I was gonna say.
But we were like, we don't give a fuck what he do in his house. That's nothing to do with us.
When he cheated?
My brother was like, man, I like Kevin Hart for his jokes. If this gonna give him better jokes or worse jokes, then I'm impacted. But if it's not about, I don't care. And I was like, I guess I don't care.
You're like, now that I think about it,
I do not care.
Do I care?
I do not care. So like, I mean, celebrities are, maybe that's why we got in this industry. Because it's like, I don't give a fuck about.
Oh, yeah.
So, I do think how they use social media is funny though. Even though his wasn't social media. His was just, he got caught. But, But how celebrities use social media is funny. It's like, the camera on, right?
Yeah.
Like Paul Pierce got fired from ESPN. Paul Pierce is a basketball player.
Yeah.
For the Celtics. Well, was a basketball player for the Celtics. He's retired now because he's old and wasn't better than Dwayne Wade. But anyways.
Wow.
But he's a funny dude. But he was working with ESPN, went on live at a poker game and got fired because of the poker game. And I'm like, what the fuck?
He got fired because what?
Because the poker game. Like, he had women in the background, and he was like, Monica, come on, Monica. And everybody's like, who's Monica?
It was an illegal poker game?
No, it was a legal poker game. Well, I mean, it wasn't illegal. It was a poker game at his house. At his boy's house. They had strippers in the back. He was getting a massage, and he was just on live, and ESPN was like, you can't come here no more.
Oh, because he made the brand look bad.
Well, how? He's on his live, and how did he make the brand look bad? Y'all, it's basketball. Y'all got girls shaking butts.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Y'all got gambling now. There's ESPN bets.
Because I was going to say, ESPN's whole fan base, I'd imagine, would be like, he's the man. It's weird. It would be weird if he was like on CNN or C-SPAN.
That's how you know you got to be great at what you do. You can't just be good. Paul Pierce was good at basketball.
Yeah.
And if he was great, he'd still be at ESPN.
Did I tell you the time a friend tried to set me up? This is the time I did not overlook a red flag. My friend tried to overlook a red flag for me. She tried to set me up with a guy who lived in his car. I have a bit about this, but it was the craziest thing. So this friend, I was at an event with a friend and another friend. It's two of my friends. We love them. I won't name them by name, but they know who they are. And my one friend who was hosting the event, she brought
Meantime, I'm like, Mac did this, Mac did that.
Yeah, you're like, what? I know. She brought this guy who was friends of her she had worked with, and she was like, oh, he's cute. Like, oh, Vanessa, go talk to this man. So me and my other sweet friend, we go and talk to this man. While we're talking to him, he was like, yeah, pandemic has been hard. It's crazy. Because of the pandemic, I had to move out of my car into an apartment. And I said, oh, that's unfortunate. You mean because of the pandemic, you had to move from an apartment to your car? And he goes, no. He goes, I had to move from my car to an apartment. He goes, why do we all have to pay? I swear to God, this man goes, why do we all have to pay rent? I go, I'm sorry, come again? He goes, yeah, I was living in my car. I got the whole setup. I got a little gym membership for $10 a month. I shower in the gym. I go live out of my car. If I want to live in a place, I just go to my friends' different places. I got a little hot pot in the thing. And I go, so now you live in an apartment. And I go, and you could afford the apartment the whole time? He goes, yeah, no, I got a job. Why would I pay money for an apartment? And I go, who are you? What? And I tell my friend, I go after the fact, I go, did you try to set me up with a man who was willingly living in his car?
She knew that though?
She goes, yeah, well, you're a nice girl. He needs a nice girl. No! He needs a lobotomy. That's what he needs.
Not that any of this matters.
Okay.
Because it does not matter.
Yes.
What was the race of your friend?
Black. We were all black.
That's crazy. What was the race of that guy?
Black.
That's crazier.
He might have been half black, half white. He's light skinned.
Isn't
that crazy? Isn't that the craziest thing? Because I can handle, if you were down on hard times, you had to live in your car, listen, life happens. You date a man like that? No, well, life happens.
I'm not saying, I'm just asking.
I'm saying, maybe not, but life happens. But to intentionally be like, y'all stupid because you pay rent is crazy.
I'm not mad at him.
What?
I don't think I'd be mad enough or agree with him enough to live in a car. I don't think it's like, I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, but we got to go live in our cars. And I'll be like, no. And I go back home. But rent is crazy.
Here's the thing. Rent is crazy. But to be like, y'all is a part of the scam, I'm living in my car like a real smart person is stupid.
I don't think it's dumb.
What?
I also don't.
Jeffrey, I'm going to find you a little woman. I'm going to go knock on every Toyota in the city. And
I don't think it's dumb. I think he has a point. I think we paying to contribute to society, and we're getting robbed slowly but surely. We're getting gutted slowly but surely. Your apartment is a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And like when you start living in it, it costs $1,200, right?
Okay.
And then by the time, like 6 years later, it costs $4,000. What happened? You got robbed slowly but surely, for sure. This man is saying, I refuse to get robbed. Admirable, not stupid. I also would never hang out with him or never partake with him.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the way his mind works.
So you're saying,
and that he commit that far. I respect that.
That he commit? No.
The man lived in his car.
He lived in his car.
I got a different respect for people that tough it out like that.
But okay, all right. Are you really toughing it out though if you're using still the like different? Because he did say he would stay on friends' couches on occasion if he really didn't want to sleep in the car.
You know, sometimes it rains.
I don't like during the winter and stuff. Yeah, I don't like that you knew his exact logic. That's crazy.
It makes sense.
I hate it.
I don't like things that don't make sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. I may not agree, but I think it makes sense. Like, if it's not rational, then I don't like it.
Okay.
But if it's rational, sound, I just don't agree.
It's rational, but I hate him. Like, I agree with you. In theory, sure, I get what he's saying.
But you act like I'm saying you should have dated him regardless. That's not what I'm saying at all.
I was right to ignore that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think...
It's not even a red flag. That's the red
We just had two different places in life.
We're at two different places in life,
you still got
in mental health. We're just at different places.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. You know that's crazy. So you would have said you wouldn't have dated if a girl told you that you wouldn't have dated her? If a girl told you that you wouldn't have dated her?
No, you home everywhere we go.
You're home everywhere we go.
I can't.
That's fair.
I can't do it. But I respect you for doing it.
And I bet you in a year he's going to go viral on TikTok for being like, story time, I live in my car. And I'm going to be like,
somebody going to buy him another car.
Somebody's going to buy him a big man. Maybe Exhibit, a little Pimp My Ride reboot.
I do think that show is buffoonery.
That is fair. I'll give it to you. It was crazy. I loved classic MTV shows.
What was your favorite MTV show?
Next. Well, no, I loved all those. I'm trying to think. Teen Mom I loved. I actually did watch a lot of Teen Mom.
I thought that was exploitation.
It was exploitation, but that's kind of what I loved about it. That MTV loved to exploit teens for TV.
My favorite MTV show was Robin Big. People, let me tell you about my best friend.
They did have some good
if you was
ones.
sick and you had to stay home and Big was on.
Yeah. Do you watch Ridiculousness too?
No, that's not the same.
So you fell off? Okay.
It's not the same thing.
Well, could be.
I don't want to watch a show about watching shows or watching clips.
I loved clip shows. I loved The Soup. I loved The Dish. I loved I really did love The Soup.
I don't know what you naming right now.
The Soup with Joel McHale? Yeah, I'm the only one who watched it, but I loved it.
I'm talking strictly about Robin Big. That dynamic was great. Man, honestly, he would get robbed. I mean, Rob would get Big to go do some crazy things that black people wouldn't do. But like, Big was so cool. Big would be like, I'm trying this. And it didn't feel like exploitation. It was just like two buddies. And then Rob would do some shit that I was like, Rob, you ain't got no business doing this. But he'd try it. And I was like, oh, fuck Rob.
Aw, you said that like they were your real friends.
They felt like they were my friends.
I felt like you felt like that when you were saying it. It's crazy.
Man,
I remembered what my favorite MTV show was. The Buried Life. Did you ever watch that?
What do you
It was
watch?
about these.
What kind of TV did you
It was about these 5 boys who would go help people. They had written this huge bucket list, and they would try to accomplish one thing. And for everything that they accomplished on their bucket list, they would help like school, like buy computers for students, or like.
That ain't real. That is not
well,
real.
it was real because MTV would help them accomplish the things, but obviously they were accomplishable. It wasn't like we're gonna go to the moon, but it was like
how many seasons that had? One?
Probably like 1 or 2, maybe. How many did? But I liked the intro because they would be like, "This is the buried life."
Get that shit off TV. We helping people? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, what?
I don't want to see that.
Why didn't you like that?
I'm here for the buffoonery.
Yeah, it was 4 boys. Their names were Dave, Ben, Duncan, and Johnny. Yeah. The buried life.
Get this shit off. Oh, they met with Oprah.
Yeah.
If you meet with Oprah and you still don't make it your show, it's trash. I mean, it's
well, they were just like regular dudes. That's the thing about MTV. MTV made like regular human being stars, and I never saw them again.
I love that.
I did too.
Because when I was working at Michael Kors back in Florida, somebody from MTV would come in randomly, you know, in the summer, and all the white women would be like, "Oh my God, do you see who that is?" And I'd be like, "A white man," and they'd be like, "Oh my God, no, that's the guy from MTV," and I'd be like, "So a white man?"
So actually.
Come on, man. If you real world famous, they don't do shit for me.
Yeah,
if you famous on Love Island, you're not famous.
That is so true. I agree with that. I agree. Okay, so in conclusion, before we wrap it up, what do you think happened to social media? Do you think it's dead? Do you think it's still around?
I think it's still around. I think you have to be a certain type of person to use it, or use it for a certain type of thing. But I think it's still around. I think it's ever...
Is it as great as it was?
Nah, but I think also you're never as great as you were. I think there's a prime in life.
Wow.
There's a freedom prime.
You think you hit your prime already?
No, my social media prime, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I got bills now.
Yeah.
You can't be in your social media prime and have bills. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm trying.
But, but I don't mean as a like creator. I mean as a user. Are we speaking as users?
Yeah.
I think as a social media prime is
because you have
responsibilities.
Oh, you can't be on it all the time. Yeah,
right.
You
like people are like,
"Oh,
Drake music doesn't hit the same." You got bills. You got kids now.
Yeah.
Of course, Drake music doesn't hit the same. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true.
You've been divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Drake music is not for you anymore. But when you were in college, you ain't had no bills, or you maybe had one or two. Your car broke down every couple of months.
That's true.
That's when that Drake music was hitting. But now you graduated and life got real. This shit got serious. That same thing that happened to social media in my mind. It was cute when you would go report back to school, then come back and get on social media and you do that AMIX.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Web fireside chat.
AIM instant messaging. AOL instant messaging.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I keep saying AIM instant messaging, but it was just
code?
AIM. No!
And we had a good day.
Princeton boy. That's what.
Is
that his best?
Oh, Ask Jeeves. Remember Ask Jeeves?
Ask Jeeves. I remember.
That shit never worked.
You were Ask Jeeves for kids? Because, there was nothing on there, actually.
I try Ask Jeeves how you do this homework assignment. Yeah. He'd be like, I don't know you.
It came up empty more than it did anything. I feel like Ask Jeeves was like just one person run. It was really a guy named Jeeves, and he was just trying to find stuff.
Hold on,
hold on, because it always
just asked me something.
It'd always be like not found. Like I feel like some guy created it and was like, okay, hold on, she's asking this. I don't know.
He was on Google too.
He was on Google. He got on Bing. He was like, I still can't do Google. He was like, let me get on Bing real quick.
Do you think it's over? What do you think is
social media? I don't think it's over, but I do think. But maybe it's like you were saying. Maybe it's the nostalgia aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like you're always gonna be. It's kind of like the age you are almost. You know.
That's why like little kids are probably using social media like this is the greatest thing ever. Why are y'all hating?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's like every generation too. Because if you asked us, we were like, oh, MySpace, or whatever.
Oh, like, I think we're at the. I miss old TikTok, but that's for a different reason.
Old TikTok. Yes.
I don't think we are not in a good generation. I just miss when TikTok was like whatever you posted, people just saw it and moved on.
Yeah.
And I feel like companies and stuff, when it just became ad and commercial, that's when I don't like it anymore.
Every social media company is great. The first couple of years there's kinks, and then years like 3 to 5 are like the best, the height of them. 2020,
2021 of TikTok.
After it changed from like Musical.ly or whatever, and it had like a couple years under its belt.
Oh my god!
Those like years are great because it's literally being run by the people, and it's like it's just.
It was us And Jason Derulo.
Yes, 100%. And then it's like companies get involved and they're like, well, let me make it ads.
Fuck is Walmart
do
doing on TikTok?
100%. And then that's when it stops being good.
We're not trying to buy groceries on TikTok.
TikTok
Walmart.
Shop. Also, can I make a complaint about TikTok Shop?
But Walmart, I would love to partner with you because I got a TikTok idea.
They ain't partnering. No. The TikTok Shop, I ordered something from TikTok Shop and it came in an Amazon bag. Tell me how that happens.
They can't partner.
They partnered with. Well, then why did it say TikTok Shop? Why are they just straight up buying it off of Amazon? I could have done that. I thought I was supporting.
I tried to shoot y'all bail. I don't even know. I thought, but yeah, you could. Even TikTok was like, yeah, no, we'll take that percentage.
Yeah, they're like, wait a second. That's my consensus. I don't think social media is dead, but I do think we are awaiting currently in a period where the next big thing has yet to arrive.
We've been saying that since we thought flying cars would be.
No, TikTok was the next big thing, and now it's faded, and we're waiting for the next big thing.
I'm waiting for the next app too. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I mean. I think we need a new app because I'm really gonna get on that one.
That's the last app.
That's the last app?
Threads.
That's it. All right. That's been another episode. Peace.
Peace.